and a little bit of this too to get us started. Dang, yeah, welcome to it. True Omega Sun 88 going through a couple of technical difficulties right now. I'm glad you came through. If you are still here, I apologize. Technical difficulties is a muh. All right, and we're going to do the wordplay part two. Also going back into Alfred Obiace's book. You made it a hotline. We're going to cover the preface, the preface of the book. All right, but I got some things I got to tend to real quick. So, you know, 5 minutes. Get your popcorn, get your pleasure up. Come on through. You know what I'm saying? This is the block. This is how we work. Well, no, we work way better than this. Trust me on that. We work way better than this. Let's go.
What? I need something in the headphone. What?
Yeah, when I tell you that everything that can go wrong went wrong, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We still here. Whoa. When I say everything that can go wrong went wrong, man. All right, welcome to the block, and I hope you was there for the last show. We was speaking on some lyrics. Well, the importance of lyrics, right? Which is the contribution that is most importantly picked upon in hip hop culture. All right, and when we mean that is the most marketable in this day in this society and how things are played out as far as everything from cereal commercials to automobiles to movie scores, all this stuff. You know, very heavily hip hop influenced. Okay, and as hip hop becomes 50 later this year, it caused a reflection to say how far have we gone with the lyrics? How far have we gone with the art form? And especially from the people that first developed it, which is very important because, you know, if the people who developed it are so far away from the important decisions and resources that are needed to continue it, you know, I would hate to put this out there and eat this, but it can actually diminish some, you know, lose its integrity. And this is not to slight any other group because there's some other groups that are out there that maintain, preserve the culture, and even excel in it better than the progenitors. And this is called the dedication and the belief in it, you know, the love that they get from it, the companionship and camaraderie. These are all important factors for this hip hop nation, hip hop global, and sometimes even, you know, mentioned to be universal, you know, a universal theater for some. That have started this movement, this journey, you know, this culture, this lifestyle, and are not doing as well as they should. You know, it would it would take us, you know, some real gumption to put that back in order. I'm just saying, you know, that would be the right thing to do. Okay. Well, with this moment that we have right here, we're gonna go into the book. I was mentioning it before, Albert Obiasi, and this is how it's done. You know, this is just a beautiful book. You see how it's like a composition book that you used to get from school. You know, got all the, you know, the names, then all the greats that you can name on the front. Okay, great artwork. You made it a hotline. Beautiful title. This is a good book to get for your youth because there's not a lot of curse words in it. Thanks for that. You know, thank you. There's also you know, a good solid semi scholarly look at things. You know, from, you know, this man's perspective, and you know, he's basically been a hip hopper from day one. You know, love of the art, love of the art. Here's the back of the book. You know, going back to that, going back to that composition book style. So I'm going to read a little passage. Well, it's not a little passage, but you know, I keep saying you know. I'm going to get into this passage that further describes how we come across when we talk about top MCs and list. Okay, one thing we have to understand. One thing we definitely have to understand is that listing is a relative thing. Listing is a relative thing. Okay? It, it, it's subjective. Okay, your list may not look like my list depending on what region of the world you're in, depending what sticks out from an artist to you. You know, sometimes it's the time period. And most times it's the time period because you may have somebody that put Kumo D one of the top five, and then you have somebody that put Kendrick Lamar as a top five. Both of them, they have some merit. You can actually, make the argument. But when we start to really piece the puzzles together and draw on the realities of what can be a general consensus, we have to put things in perspective, okay? A proper order, if you will. What elements stick out that can solidly and concretely make that MC a well-listed personality, okay? Just like with DJing. There's certain elements you have to know in DJing to get yourself up there. One, you got to be able to rock the crowd. That's first and foremost. And as my OBS starts tripping out, this is a weird day. I love it though. I love it. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. Celebrate. That's first and foremost. You're here. Right? So we're going to work on what we got with the tools that we have. One, like storytelling. And we went to some of the best storytellers would be in hip hop, as we know. We mentioned Kendrick now, J. Cole. Before then, I mentioned Kumo D, Graham, Melly Mel, let me get that right, and Raheem. We could go with Ice Cube, of course. Ice Cube, people sleep on it. Man, listen. Ice Cube. All right? Slick Rick, great storytellers. People that are able to captivate your imagination and bring it, to the forefront and something that you can respect and relate to. Another one is Andre 3000 from Outkast. And man, when we start to go into what comprises of the list, you'll see some of your favorite artists start to rise up even higher. A KRS. You don't get a KRS. You don't get a KRS without some type of ill flow. You understand me? Guru. I'm giving flowers today, baby. I'm giving flowers. Because you just don't know. And it would be wise to really dig deeper into how a list is formed and not just put somebody up there because they have a certain name, or the vibe they gave off, it resonated with you and maybe your circle, but it didn't go across the whole grounds. And to look at it objectively would be a greater stance to say, yeah, this person needs to be up there. Rock him. Oh. I want to get into it later. I got as the thumbnail that I was holding, Rakim and Nas. Definitely Nas, okay. Rakim and Nas in particular, captivating the intelligence and the streetwise prowess on the mic to make you see what life is like going through their stages. All right? And they were able to clearly do that without going over edge, sounding weird and crazy, without too much embellishment, and give you some quality lyrics and punchlines. I gotta put this picture up. Bear with me too. You see that this is hip hop picture. Love it. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. Where's my picture work? Come on, where's my picture work? Yeah, we just gonna roll through it. Put this work. You're gonna get this work. You're gonna get this work. Okay. For now, into the book. When Jay-Z professed who's the greatest MC, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas, all others were immediately relegated to a state of non-existence. It was then up to the aforementioned artists to perform their way into those self-fulfilling prophecies, and up to the fans to subsequently approve or dispel the prophecy presented. Those are the rules. It's like that, and that's the way it is. Nice one out. Hold on. I got my pictures up. Salute to Al for that one. That was a good one. It kind of threw me off. There you go. There you go, Al. Where you at? Yeah. All right. Correction. It was like that, and that's the way it was, until somebody cut a rather sizable check. But I digress. Although the medium has evolved to involve much more than artists with artistic merit, for better or for worse, it is still somewhat up to the fan to decide what sticks. And as always, an educated consumer will always be the best consumer. I agree to that. In the interest of full disclosure and in the futile effort to silence the critics, will more than likely incite and provide them with more fodder, I will reveal the criteria used to arrive at the chosen lines, de la influenza. And yes, I know that means flu and not influence, but to this book about hip-hop, after all, so get used to double-speak and entendres. In other words, he's freestyling his ass off right there. He's freestyling his ass off, and I love it because it's hip hop. Let's go. Okay. Here we go. With the groove of the crew. Does that bang? 1, 2, 3. Now, as I change this up, understand that this is a. Let me put the disclaimer out there too. I'll do that in a minute. Okay. Slide to the left. You've seen the Coca La Rock from our previous show about first MCs and the names. Hip hop drugged. There you go with the Sugar Hill Gang. Wonder Mike, Big Bang Hank, Mr. Soul, Master G. Parts of the Bronx, of course. How people used to style. Let me get to this picture right here. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Popularity. Okay, that's one of the categories that was mentioned by Crazy African, Brother Al. Only songs that have been released to mass audiences were eligible. In other words, your cousin down the block with that fly hot track, not in this talk, I'm sorry. Not in this talk right now. He has to wait. a little longer. This is not to say that the committee holds any bias towards mainstream record labels or does not respect the contributions of underground artists in the movement. It's just to say that in order for lyrics lines to be influential, they had to be heard and had to have some sort of effect on the society. That is key. That is key. There are some artists that I love a lot. They can do no wrong in my eyes as far as the delivery, the everything that you see on this picture right here: flow, style, metaphors, wordplay, punchlines. What you're not getting is cadence and voice, storytelling. All right. I would say the speed element is part of a flow. You know, regional impact. Okay, because a hot MC in LA may not be the same in Atlanta, and a hot MC in Atlanta may not be the same in Chicago, and a hot MC in Memphis may not translate well in New York. So it's regional impact too. Scarface. Oh my God, gangster. What? Scarface? Come on now. I would say Scarface should easily make a many people's top 10, definitely top 5 maybe. Because not only did he supply the streets and he delivered with integrity, and he kept some of the ill flows. He kept some ill flows. The metaphors, the storytelling, the style, all there. And he recently said in one, I think it was the Ghetto Boys podcast. Shout out to the Ghetto Boys podcast about how dangerous he was to other artists, and they don't mention him. People don't mention Scarface. People don't mention Cool G Rap. I want them to do a versus. Tell you the truth, I want them to do a versus. I don't got the bomb, but I got that. Oh, in the meantime, in between time, yes, if you can, all right? Boom. Although excluded, Schoolie D's and Kevy Kev's discography will forever hold a special place in Alfred Albiel's heart. Most humble apologies also to MC Never Heard of Ya and your independent label, No Distribution, Vinyl Siding Records, for that was your first and last mention. Oh man, I told you. Sorry. We didn't hear of ya. I like me. Nobody heard of me. Nobody heard of me when I was I don't know. But I ain't gonna say nothing else with that. I'm gonna do that for another show. You understand me? All right? So popularity, definitely. Delivery. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. Can we all agree on that? I think we can. The delivery, you maintaining your flow and your groove, and every word is just hitting right on the beat, right to the heart of the person. If you ever get to the documentary, The Art of Rap, narrated by Ice-T, and he speaks about with a bunch of talented artists from Common to Shock G, rest his soul, about delivery. Shock G mentions Biggie, and he was like a sax player when he was saying, "No info for the DEA," BIGPOPPA, no info for the DEA, and just keeping that like horn type style. And he would do it on different songs. So you want to be hardcore with the raps in your talking about the gats in your raps, but I can't feel that hardcore. I'm dreaming, maybe I'm dreaming. This ain't Christopher Williams, still some MC got the real one, Caps I got the pill one. He was intricate on his evolving as an MC. So by the time you get to Life After Death, you have some very scientific stuff going on there. Heavy metaphors, wild punchlines, great stories. Light Skin Jermaine. No, that's that. Hear nobody till somebody. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. You know what I'm saying? My man Inf left a tech in the 9 at the crib, turned himself in, he had to do a bid. And 1 to 3, he be in the 93. I'm ready to get this paper, G. You with me? Right. My pockets looking kind of tight. And I'm stretched, so biggie, let me get the vest. No need for that. Just grab that and next back, fat, and take it to his back. What is born? Oh, man, come on now. Come on. And then you got groups everywhere from Smith and Wesson to De La Soul to MOP to Onyx. Go to the West Side, Above the Law. You know what I mean? NWA. You know? Come on with it, man. Souls of Mischief, the Hieroglyphics crew. That's that's going up towards, that's Northern California. Then you start going to the Bay, E40. The Macadocious one, you know what I'm saying? Oh boy. The way we get popped the collar and quarterbacking. The sprinkle me. You smell me? California. And come on, man. Come on. These are giants. You get to Memphis, one of my favorite groups, A-Ball and MJG. MJG is just an assassin with the flow, the style, the metaphors, delivery. Delivery. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Law of unintended consequences. Now, this is interesting that he brings this up. When I saw this, I was like, what? What do you mean by that? The committee himself tried to shy away from hooks whenever possible. Although not always successful, the committee himself, again, he actually pushed this stuff in there. Shouts to Al Wallet, crazed African in the building. Attempted to focus on lines within songs rather than hooks to avoid composition compromised solely of "whoop, there it is," or "whoop that trick, get 'em," type offerings, because that stuff is infectious. That stuff is infectious. Think of the ringtone era. Think of the ringtone era. Think of almost every hook from the Neptunes. Good stuff, man. Beautiful. I was killing that song the other day. Shouts to me. Yeah, I know. Okay. Most often, the lyrics chosen are unintended and not in its delivery or placement, but in its ability to affect the listener's future actions and consciousness. Okay? So we got popularity, delivery, law of unintended consequences. You start liking the lyrics because of how the delivery of the hook went and it flowed. This is why you get that feeling when you get into the studio and you feel a hit. Like, oh, this is going to be something major. This is a moment. If you can, Google when, rest in peace, Pop Smoke was laying down the lyrics for Dior with his crew. And he's in, I'm going to spend it on hundreds and ones, hundreds and fifties and ones and ones and ones. Pop Smoke, boom. Then the beat hit. Oh, my God. The beat hit. It was something else, man. It was something else. It was a moment. So you look into these times, and it's the law of unintended consequences. Right? Repetition, diversity. This could have easily been a compilation of any number of hip hop's most prominent artists' lines: Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay, Rakim, 3000, etc. Everyone's favorite hip-hop artist has at least 50 lines relevant and life-changing to their constituent base. in the interest of dynamics and as to not show partiality toward any specific artist, although Jay and Big do appear multiple times, as it's hard to narrow down just one line from those juggernauts. The committee opted to pull from a diverse array of MCs spanning the history and geography, U.S., of course, of hip hop music. Now, we only say U.S., right? Because it's the prevalent culture of some of the greats. Hands down, you know, the chances are you're not going to find too many German rappers on the top of your list. Not to take anything away from them, just what it is. Just what it is. And, you know, this is to motivate them as well. Because, the language barrier is one thing, how words fit is another. And it's not to put any, break these languages up like pieces of mirrors and put it back together like puzzles. Not anybody else's. Shout out to that. You know what I mean? And with that comes a sense of responsibility of what we do with our lyrics. The masterful flows that you might get that are deep. And I wish I would have put the picture up of Rakim and Nas, but I'm not going to do that. I don't know if I have it on deck. This right here. Let's go into a Rakim verse, right? And I love this song right here. It's so it puts you in a state of mind of self-contemplation, the way you can be in life. All right, Eric B and Rakim with some of the flyest songs ever. Everything from Eric B for President, to Sweat the Technique, all that. But In the Ghetto was something different for me. It's like it was almost it's definitely a biography, autobiography, and just a testament of a coming of age story. Hopefully this thing could kick in, but I could remember some of it. Planet Earth was my place of birth, known to be the sole controller of the universe. The size, depths of matter I hit first. Oh man, every part of the map. I gotta wait. Oh, no, I'm not gonna butcher the song. Oh my God, I'm not gonna butcher the song. And I was singing this the other day. This is the crazy part. Planet Earth is my place of birth, known to be the sole controller of the universe. The size of map that I hit first. Rounds that I built that it gets worth. The rough get going, the going gets rough. When I start on the mic bust. Okay, computer's moving kind of slow, but it's all right. We're still funky. Oh shoot, the DOC. There was a big thing about the DOC, and if he was not interrupted by his accident, where would he be right now? I would say he would be as big as Jay-Z. Popularity, song quality, because he was still writing. The voice was just crazy on DOC. The voice is just crazy on DOC. You even mentioned that dude, Grand Puba. That's another story. DOC had the whole package. The street cred, flow, delivery, storytelling. He would go into it all, man, all of it. And we kind of missed a good one with that. Kind of missed a good one, for real. I think the closest we got, you could say Corrupt, but it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. Definitely not the same. Corrupt was dope. Corrupt was dope. and he left some joints, you know. But the impact that DOC had was just phenomenal. It's simple and plain, you know. Okay, my Google here is not working. I don't know what. In the ghetto, right? Ghetto lyrics. Bam. Let's pull them up. Hit them up. Watch yourself. Get them up. Another one. DMX. Crazy on the flow. Didn't waste a lyric. You know, there were times where, you know, he just was like, I would say, yo, you know, he really didn't care. He just, you know, whatever filled it in, but it still was impactful. You know, especially when he's on a flow with some other cats that flowed. He really show out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crazy show out. What's the other joint? And then just done started something. Crazy show out. 24 Hours to Live. Money, Power, Respect. Come on, you put respect on X name real quick. X gonna give it to you. The dog on the leash. The dog's gonna bite. And then was able to break it down and do love songs. What? Come on. Okay. Then you have the anomaly named Drake. He's an anomaly. Straight up and down. Drake is somebody that studied the game as a fan and pieced his way in. Pieced his way into some great skill set. A great skill set that is able to, you know, captivate I would say the majority of people around the world. I don't care if you're in the Philippines. I don't care if you're in Italy, Africa. Chances are you know some Drake stuff. Hands up. Nah, yo, come on. Hands down. You're gonna know some Drake stuff. You're gonna play it for your lady. You're gonna play it for your auntie and them. You know, you just might listen to yourself and get into the groove. It is what it is. It is what it is, and you know, come on. That's the popularity and the impact. The impact I would put with that artistry level impact. Let's get back to it. Metaphors. We know Fabulous for the punchlines. You know, Common and Most Def definitely with the metaphors. This is when you're talking about high class poetry. One of the top ones, of course, is Pharoah Monch. Starting with Organized Confusion, early 90s, I want to say 1990, 91, with Prince Poetry, Salute, Southside Queens. Southside, that song was just amazing. Southside. I would love to get a panel on there right now, but my computer's kind of janky. As far as that goes, I'm doing well with my StreamYard, which is pretty cool. I'm just, you know, biding my time right now. Biding the time. Lord child, biding the time. It's actually the block, but, you know, I'm just doing stuff. I'm just connecting. Connecting my joints. Picking my poisons. All right? And then you got, you know, guest MCs that you haven't heard before that, you know, blast off with the impact. You know, OC, when he came through with the Fudge Pudge. That was on the first album of Organized Confusion. And, you know, it was just like one of those debuts. Like, yo, wow, amazing. We're going to fit the form, Mr. Breaded, not shredded. Many lyrics memorized, embedded. My think tank sharp as a shank knife. I like the mic like a quick. I strike the mic just as quick as a snake bite. suck out the poison. Go ahead and try. Oh my God, I'm hurting myself over here. Yeah, I'm giving y'all. Yo, OC was killing it. And what Pharaoh was able to do was develop his style outside the norm. And you know, we talking about MCs that go out off the norm and out the box from and straying away from average flows. And he's one of the ones to do that. And even Eminem had to, you know, basically acknowledge that. You know, on Rap God, he acknowledged it. He mentioned Pharoah Monch. And Pharoah is just awesome and was able to do all of these elements, style, flow, metaphors. The only thing is popularity, which he is popular. Don't get it twisted, okay? Popular, you know, formidable. But then, you know, people start talking record sales and reach, which is distribution, which means, you know, basically you would have to take your platform to a bigger platform that was able to overflow the market. You know, this is that 50 Cent effect. And you can't knock it. 50 Cent started out as a student of the craft, and he stuck with the wordplay. You know, his metaphors and punchlines are heavily into the street life, which develops his flow. Now, his flow changed from what he did with Power the Dollar into Get Rich or Die Trying. And, you know, it is an elevated flow. And he also did the voice. That is another thing. Hello. The voice, which is mentioned around names like Guru, mentioned around like Be Real from Cypress Hills, another great group. Come on, you better stop. Oh man, Cypress Hills. Greg Nice, Charlie Brown from Leaders of the New School, Greg Nice from Nice and Smooth, another dope group. There's so many great groups I want to cover. I'm gonna do that next. But you know, just to show the voice and the cadence. Jadakiss, come on now. You hear the voice already. You launched off. You're like, yo, there's gonna be something fly going on. Got to be. Biggie's voice. Pac, it's style. It's somewhat flow, but it's more message. Okay, message. That's what really got you into Pac. It really got you into Chuck D. Brand Nubian message, but also they was just funky with the flow. It's nice flow. Come on. You know, so we mentioned the voice got Sadat X. Derek X, Sadat X. You know, and he was able to incorporate an orthodox style. You know, what's the verse? No, it's God, peace. Oh shoot, Derek X on the right. He's God. He captivated by the science of. Oh no, that's Lord Jamal. I'm wilding out right now. Trying to remember Sadat X joint. Okay. Slow down. Just go to slow down. Hey, good. Your hips are getting big. Now you're getting things you don't care about your wig. Now Wooly Woo got a pair of my sneakers. Wonder where he got them from. I hit them behind my speakers. The object of my affection is the T-top connection. The nature for the days of smoking. Woo's the crack man. They come up to my door. I don't smoke drums, so what they knocking for? Kids gotta feel on the flex. Gotta still on the street. Time is limited in the days. Come on. And sometimes you even have to rhyme. Or your crack car, you're getting only easy beats to come back. It's just the distinct flow and style of things. You know, you mentioned Guru. Come on now. You can go down the line and see where your favorite MC falls in place. Now, the structure is clear. Okay? And because a person's not mentioned in your vicinity doesn't negate their prowess, doesn't negate how nice they are. You know, Tech Nine is nice. Now, I haven't heard a lot of songs from him, but the ones I've heard, fantastic. Twista, one of my favorites. You know, his ability to jump in and out of lyrics and points of words. Oh shoot, let me see. Oh, can I do a Twista joint? And I love the chorus on that. Kanye killed the chorus on that joint. Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, Little Anita. I don't think I could do a damn twist the verse. Tretch is one of my favorites all time. Hands up, hands down. Tretch. Style, lyrics, punchlines, metaphors, impact the crowd. You know, the ability to rock the crowd. Message in the music. You know, and it's just I would love to play some of the songs of this, but I'm not going to do that right now. No, because the powers that be illin be watching. So that's what that. All right. When I say all this to say, when it comes time to understand what wordplay is about, how to put the list in order, you want to reference these factors. And shout out to the source that actually brought this picture up. I actually seen this somewhere else, but the source was able to incorporate it into a post of theirs. You know, so I rocks it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Snatch that. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This is Brooklyn. That's what we do. Okay? Flow, style, metaphors, wordplay, punchlines, means of unintended circumstances, the laws of unintended circumstances, from the chorus into the lyric. That's crazy. It's delivery, popularity, storytelling, the voice, yeah, and I would say the allure of that MC. See, Lil Wayne has an allure of an MC. Method Man has an allure. Redman and allure. That's why those two make a good duo right there. Yo-Yo, Queen Latifah, Rhapsody, allure of an MC. Bahamadia has the voice. You understand? The wordplay. 3D Nati, the allure, and then the wordplay is just sick and phenomenal. Like, come on, stop it. Fox Boogie Brown. Yeah. Brown, she got the $1 million on you. Salute to that. Get $1 million on your song. It does something to you. You know, Little Kim with her style, her tenacity to get on the mic. You know, how dare she? And she spit harder than some of the dudes out there. Lauryn Hill, message, style, storytelling, finesse. This is what makes quality hip hop artists. And from these categories, when they fill the categories up to a certain level, they become premier on your list. And it's timeless. It's utterly timeless. Busta Rhymes is on the top of a lot of this stuff. Stop playing. We're not even mentioning stage performances and creativity. Creativity is the top, like right there. You know what I'm saying? Mega level. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the flow, the metaphors, wordplay, punchline, style, ability to make hits, laws of unintended circumstances, not circumstances, consequences, law of unintended consequences, delivery, popularity. He feels all that. Top levels. And still, they don't put him on a certain list. This is why I'm like, yo, why? what are we doing here? Eminem makes certain tops of the list. Yeah, now I'm not going to take enough away from Eminem. His style may be different from the style or the way of life that you're living. The messages may be different, of course. The wordplay, metaphors, punchlines are there. Delivery is there. Popularity is definitely there. You got hits. So why people get confused? Oh, this is where the rubber meets the road. People would say that he wouldn't get as much critical, acclaim if he was a different group, different shade. And there's an argument there. That's when it comes time for popularity because, like I said, Tech Nine is up there as well. Same boom, 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 as well as Twister. But Twister, the hits may vary. Tech Nine, he's a little more local. And I don't mean local like, he's just not as popular as Eminem. And this is where everybody has contention because Eminem gathered the popularity and then got the cosign from original MCs that really practiced the craft. And you can't knock it. You can't knock that. And then now it's time for you to deliver and perform. He makes good performances. He'll have you singing a song. That's the law of unintended consequences. He'll have you singing a song. Now, whether it resonates with your lifestyle or not, that's a whole different journey. And hip-hop is made to rock the crowd. Going back to what I wanted to pull up about Rakim. It resonated with me, just like Road to the Riches from Coogee Rap resonated with me. Just like We Gonna Be Alright. I think that's the hip-hop gospel right there. We Gonna Be Alright, can't do no wrong. Kendrick Lamar. So we study these styles, look into the verses, look at the integrity of the artist, pull together what you deem is fitting for your list, and then have fun and compare lists with some of your friends, and even look at what they call the qualified list and see how some of your favorite artists matches up. All right, that's my story in the struggle. I'm glad you was able to hear a little bit of it if you could. I'd like to thank everybody out there, especially the members of the block previously, before all the, the hoopla, global events and everything like that. Man, DJ Mr. Clean, Goodwill, Ray Love, Capital P, Roxanne, Donna, Dan, Adam, all the people out there. And you and yours. I'm gonna wish you well. This is the block. You've been repping on the block. I did my time. If you'd like to reach me, holla. Of course you can go to moneychambers@gmail.com. You can email me there. We can collab on something. And I'd like to wish you wellness, peace, and soul, as Don Cornelius would say. We out. We out.